Hey guys, for this video we're going to take a look at this Solla LED security light. Now they were nice enough to give me this item for free so I can make a video showing it to you. Now let's take a look at all the features. This thing's pretty jam-packed. We have 3 independent LED panels that can both swivel and pivot so you can aim them in any direction that you would like. You also have the motion sensor, can be rotated if you need it to be in a different direction. And then if we look at the head, the top of it, the entire thing can move a little bit. So you have a lot of options when it comes to mounting this thing. Dual powered. So it has a battery inside it that is a rechargeable lithium battery. But you can also put D batteries in it. So on days when it's been cloudy and the battery's not fully charged, it can switch over and use the power from those D batteries to keep it going until the rechargeable battery has sufficient power again. So that's really cool. So it comes with this solar panel. That's how you're charging the internal battery. And there's about a 16-foot cord on it with a barrel connector on the end. Now, one thing I love about that is most solar security lights are just going to have a panel fixed, let's say on the top, and you may be able to move it and stuff, but it's fixed to the light. So the light itself has to be in a position where it gets plenty of daylight, sunlight during the day. Having this 16-foot cord means you can put the light basically anywhere you want and then mount the solar panel where you get the best sunlight being able to hit it. So any kind of an overhang or a porch, or maybe you want to light up an area but it's shaded by a tree so you don't get a lot of sunlight there. Being able to mount the solar panel somewhere else is really convenient, and I think one of the best features of the whole thing. Now if we look at how it mounts, you have this little plate that slides off, so you're going to screw that to the wall, and it does come with hardware to do that. And then just as you saw me slide it off, you're going to screw that to the wall, then just slide this guy on there, and that's what holds it in place. Now here's our door for the battery. Just pop that off. Little warning label, make sure you get rid of that because that's blocking the contact on this battery here, which you can just pop right out. So that's an 18650 battery, and that's your rechargeable battery. Now you have slots for 2 D batteries. So as I said, if this one didn't get charged enough during the day, if it goes dead, in the middle of the night, it'll switch over and use these D batteries to power the light until it gets recharged. So that's a really cool feature too. The light is rated at 2000 lumens and 5000 K, which is a white light. It's not a warm yellow light, it's a daylight white light. Speaking of light, it's on. So I want to show you this panel on the side. This shows the sensitivity as far as distance when it detects movement. So 10 feet, 17 feet, or 33 feet. Now, right off the top, you may think that 33 feet is your best option because it's the most sensitive, but keep in mind, your battery's being charged by a solar panel. If this light is on all night long, then you might not have enough battery life to reach the entire night. So it depends how much movement is going to be detected, and you might have to play with it a little bit, but it's as simple as touching the button there. Now here you can see we're on test, but for the duration, we can change it to 10 seconds or 20 seconds. And then we also have a brightness level that we can change. Again, if you find that the light isn't making it throughout the entire night, you can adjust the brightness down a little bit, or maybe you just don't need it that bright. But then otherwise you can kick it up if you prefer. Now if we circle back to the detect button, you can see it's a scale of how dark it has to be before all the functions start working, before the light starts coming on. So do you want it to be really dark or just kind of dusky and it starts working? Again, that's going to depend on battery levels. If you don't have a whole lot of motion going on anyways, you can crank these all the way up to the top. But if you're going to mount it in some place where, let's say, cars driving by on a road is triggering your light, if that's a busy road, you might have to knock some of this stuff down a little bit. But it's nice that you have the option to play with that and can cater it to whatever you need. Now this little plug right here is where you plug in your solar panel. So I want to leave this outside for a day or so to make sure we get a good charge on it. Then we're going to mount it and I'll show you guys what it looks like in the dark. I decided I wanted to use this light as a shed light. Now, yeah, that's not its absolute purpose, but I think it would be a good way of lighting up the shed, and you don't have to run power or anything to it because it's solar powered. So you can see I have the panel mounted just above the door here on this side, and above the door on this side we have the light shining into the shed. Now we can see the blue light is on because we have the solar panel plugged in. See, as soon as I unplug it. Now again, it's not intended to be a shed light, that's just what I'm using it for. So if we need the light to come on during the daylight, we have to unplug this because that's going to keep it from coming on. But at nighttime, it'll work no matter what. So let me close these doors and show you what it looks like. So we have the doors closed, or as closed as they get. I'm going to unplug the solar panel so it allows the light to come on and create a little motion. And we have light. It's nice to be able to direct the three panels. Hard to see now with them on, but we can aim the light, there we go, any way that we want. I think it's going to make a good shed light. So there it is, the Solla LED security light. Thanks for watching.